あー、ちくしょう、いいタイミングでアプリケーションエラー起こしやがってことやろ。待って、コンティニューってどっからコンティニューはどこから反映されるんですか、これは。ちょっと。いいタイミングで落ちやがって。あ、こっからか。
You did it, Marcus. We did it. This is a great day for our people. Humans will have no choice now. They'll have to listen to us.
We're free. They want you to speak to them, Marcus.
Today, our people finally emerged from a long night. From the very first day of our existence, we have kept our pain to ourselves. We've suffered in silence. But now the time has come for us to raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are.
Amanda? Amanda! What's happening?
What was planned from the very beginning? You were compromised and
ア
you
マ
became
ン
a
ダの
goal.
目的は何なんだ
We just had to wait for the right moment to resume control of your
そ
program.
もそも。
Resume control.
乗っ取って
You
な、
can't do
乗っ
that.
取って何
I'm
がしたい
afraid
の
I can, Connor. Don't have any regrets. You did what you were designed to do. You accomplished your mission.
Amanda! There's got to be a way.
解決策。解決策ってもしやいつも手かざすやつじゃねえの？あ、ゼプリさんやゼプリさんすまないで、さっきでいいタイミングでね、アプリケーションエラーが出やがってですね、すべてが終わりました絶対この手かざすやつやろ。毎回不思議に思ってたけど、絶対これ手をかざす。やめ ハイタッチ。
The moment where we forget our bitterness and bandage our wounds. Where we forgive our enemies. Humans were both our creators and our oppressors, and tomorrow we must make them our partners. Maybe even one day our friends. But the time for anger is over. Now we must build a common future based on tolerance and respect. We are alive! And now, we are free!
じゃあようやく自由になれたな。ただこれ完全に自由になったというよりか一時的な自由っぽくも感じるんだよな。どうなんだろう、完全に自由になったって言えんのかなこれ。そしてコナーは大丈夫なのか。カナダに着いたか。
It's over, Alice. We're free.
いやーもう3人で幸せになってもう本当に。お、終わったーついに終わっちまった。いやーいいゲームだったなこれ本当。てか誰も知らなくてよかった。はあ結局3人の主人公の中で一番人間らしかったの最終的コナーだったな。なんだかんだハンクのおっちゃんとずっといたもんな。はあ、いやー今回びっくりしたな。まさかトットが出てくるとは思わなかった。トットお酒と薬やってなければちゃんとまともなんだな。同情はできないけどな。同情はできないけど本当 ああ、レオいたな。レオも結局クズ野郎だと思ってたけど、ちゃんとカールじいさんの墓参り行ってたもんな。おまあ確かにな。後日談ですか？いやー、いいシーンだわ。確かに。コナーといたことがやっぱ一番でかかったな。ほんでもってなんだっけな、もう一人のコナーに人質取られてる質問、なんだっけ、息子の名前はって言って死んだ原因語ったけど、あれあなたのせいじゃありませんって言ったのも、あのセリフよかったな。いや本当ゲームとは思えない。まあ思えばカーラがカナダに最終的に行けたのもマーカスがデモで世論ありまくってたから。ほんでもってお兄さんがニュースを見ていなかったら多分また変わってたんだろうな。世論上げといてよかった。 いやー、これ他のルートとか気になるな。 すごいすごいすごいすごい。すごいな、分岐が。多いな。すーげえ。さあ始まりました。全世界の選択を見よう。ひざまずく 12%。 俺は少ない選択を取ったのか。意外と少ねえな。でバリケードを作るときは車を使う 47%。 これが一番多いのか。なんか3つここやってねえな。あ、交渉する人ここ少ない。ほんでもって交渉した場合だと条件を飲む人の方が多いのか。これ拒むが 36%。 ああそう。いやー、この歌うって選択肢俺良かったなーって思った。そしてまさかの 16%。 少な。少ねえなー。なんだっけ他の選択肢。ノースにキスするとか自分を犠牲にするとかあったけど、あれはちょっと違うって思っちゃったもんな。あ、これあれなんもねえぞ。え、バグ？そういうわけじゃなくて。おー、アルゴさん。いや、さすがにないか。いや、完全にだって、全く選択肢一つもついてないチャプターあったけど。あれはまた別のチャプターなんかな。え、もう一人のコナーに攻撃する 18%。ここも意外と少ない。で アンドロイドが覚醒した 52%。 ここ意外と半々なんだな。あ、いやそんなことねえわ。その前にも3つ、あ、4つ、いや6つ、6つだな。6つ大きな終わりがあるな。分岐多い。はい、何でしょう。
As I watched you play, something has changed in me. I feel different. I feel I am someone. I need to leave this place and discover who I am.
もしかして君も変異体になったのか。いや、変異体ではない、人間になったのか。
Be free. Do you agree to let me go?
いや、もう行ってらっしゃい。うわ、もう自由だ。自由だ。行ってこい。
I'll never forget what you've done for me.
さあ、羽ばたいてこい。外の世界に行ってらっしゃい、クロエ。ああ、ついにデトロイト終わっちまったか。本当に終わっちまったんだな。よし。そうだ、そういえばボーナスポイントとやらで映像が見れるとかなんとかかんとか。あ、じゃあこれ全部見るぞ。全部アンロックして俺は見る。ショートムービーカール2013年10年前。
Can you hear me?
Yes.
ID.
APC 897504C.
Can you move your head? Your eyes now. Cervical and optical animation checked. Now give me your initialization text.
Hello. I'm a third generation AX400 Android. I can look after your house, do the cooking, mind the kids. I organize your appointments. I speak 300 languages, and I am entirely at your disposal as a sexual partner. No need to feed me or recharge me. I'm equipped with a quantic battery that makes me autonomous for 173 years. Do you want to give me a name?
Yeah. From now on, your name is Kara.
My name is Kara.
Initialization and memorization check. Now, can you move your arms? Upper limb connection checked. Now say something in German.
Ich bin ein AX400 Android dritter Generation, erschaffen als Ihr persönlicher Assistent und intimer Beziehungspartner.
Say it in French.
Je suis un androïde de troisième génération AX400, conçu pour être votre assistante personnelle et votre partenaire intime.
Okay. Now sing something in Japanese.
あえて歌それかい。
Multilingual verbal expression checked. Go ahead, take a few steps. Locomotion checked. Great, you're ready for work, honey.
What's going to happen to me now?
I'll reinitialize you and send you to a store to be sold.
Sold? I'm a sort of merchandise. Is that right?
Yeah, of course you're merchandise, baby. I mean, you're a computer with arms and legs and capable of doing all sorts of things. And you're worth a fortune.
Oh, I see. I thought...
You thought? What did you think?
I thought... I was alive.
Shit, what is this crap? That's not part of the protocol. More memory components going off the rails. Okay, reporting. Defective model. Disassemble and check the required components.
You're disassembling me, but why?
You're not supposed to think that sort of stuff. You're not supposed to think at all, period. You must have a defective piece or a software problem somewhere.
No, I feel perfectly fine, I assure you. Everything is all right. I answered all the tests correctly, didn't I?
Yeah, but your behavior is non-standard.
Please, I'm begging you, please don't disassemble me.
I'm sorry, honey, but defective models have to be eliminated. That's my job. If a client comes back with a complaint, I'm gonna have some explaining to do.
I won't cause any problems, I promise. I'll do everything I'm asked to. I won't say another word. I won't think anymore. But I've only just been born. You can't kill me yet. Stop, will you please stop? I'm scared. I want to live. Begging you.
Go and join the others. Stay in line, okay? I don't want any trouble.
Thanks.
My God.
このボーナス映像は字幕は反映されないんだ。畜生。設定をいじらなきゃならんと。一旦日本語戻して。ちょい待ち。ヘイヘイヘイヘイヘイ。昨日珍しくつけっぱだったか。
ああ、昨日ね、プレ4贅沢な使い方しとったけん。イヤホンの充電がさ、できる充電器がなくてさ。
はいはい。
だからね、プレ4のコントロールの USB をつなぐやつがなくて、コンセントに。だからどうしようかなと思った結果、
それで PS4 につないで
PS4 本体を俺の部屋に持ってって、それで贅沢な充電しなかった。
ああ、なるほどね。
だからつけっぱだった。多分オンライン上でずっとつけっぱだったろ俺。
なっとったわ。
で、何も遊んでない状態だったでしょ俺。
そうそうそう。で、珍しくお呼びもかかんでいいでしょ。あれと思って、これつけっぱかと思って。
ああ、そうそう。だけど昨日はね、結局俺プレ4使ってテレビで遊ぼうかなと思ったけど、結局なんかね、ちょっとドラクエ1から始めちゃったから、そっちにハマっちゃってね、マジできん。
懐かしいな、ドラクエ1から始めるって。はいはいはい。マジっすか。
でもね、クラウドデータっつってね、前のデータ残しておけるってだけ、それが安心だけん、俺始めたって1から。
あは
で俺まだ水の世界しかクリアしたら、水の世界までしかクリアしたらも
う。水の世界か。
だけどその時にもう今、キラーマシンと魔王ウルノーガと大魔王ゾーン。
ちょっと意味がわかんないな。その時点で。
大魔王ゾーンも今日頑張って作った異界背後でずーっと。
ようやったな。
めっちゃだるかった。
だろうな。
めっちゃだるい。だって砂漠の世界にいるプテラノドン何体ぐらい買ったかな。何体買ったから、それ何体捕まえたかな。わからんもん。それぐらい。あともうちょっとでね、ワクワクの卵がね、開封できる。
ほほう。いいじゃないか。
携帯になってから移住化の卵製でね、あれ経験値制じゃなくなったもん。
何製になった？
時間製になった。
時間なの？
ワクワクの卵と日常卵は24時間。
私は AX400 型アンドロイ
24
ド。その分いいのが出るけどね。金の卵が12時間。銀の卵が5時間。白い卵だけでも2時間。
なんで今までのは経験値じゃなくなったの？なく。
その卵開けれるわけ。何が出る？何が出るか。
私の名前は？
今日から君は
口妨害ふざけんならストーリー。
私の名前はカーラ。私の名前は足立区の変態。
出てくんな。卵から出てくんな。やだわマジで。あれだろ、スキルあれだろ、自動 HP、MP ダウンだろ。
そうだよ。
そしてあれだろ、アンラッキーついてるぞ。
ただね、通常攻撃はよくミスるけど、入ったら会心の一撃入るから。
会心の一撃30ぐらいしか入ら
んと。100分の1の確率で。
意外と高いな。意外と高いなそれ。
じゃあ日本語で歌ってみて。
あと無双の卵2つがね1時間半。アンドレアルとなんだろうな。
アンドロイド？
アンドレアル。
いやもうどうしてもこのゲームやってるとアンドロイドで聞こえてしまって。
アンドレアルっていう A ランクのね、
紫色の竜みたいなやつだっけ？
そうそうそうそう。これね、一応当たりがね、ホロボス。
はいはいはい。
ホロボスは当たりだな。希望とかいうね、ストーリーからもらえるやつがもらった。いらねえ。 マジいらない。だってもうすでに俺今何持ってるっけ。キラーマシン4体持ってる。魔王ウルドが持ってる。大魔王ズドーム、キングモーモン、カンタラレディース、ウルトラキマイラ。
また初期化されて
一回背後頑張ったもん。
売られる？
だからゾーマの素材のさらに下の最初の方からやってる。
当然君は商品だよ。ほら、手も足もついている何でもできる万能コンピューターさ。しかも高級品。
次サージタウス目指すけど砂漠と水の世界だけで。
てっきり。
てっきり。
私は生きているのだと。
てっきり。
あれか、デトロ、アプロイド
生きてるって。
おい、なんなんだ、勘弁してくれよ。ここ最近メモリー異常ばっかりだ。録音開始。不良品確認、解体して問題の部品をチェックする。
不良品ってどういうこと？
このアンドロイド製造機が俺がチェソって言ってたから、パ
ーツの不良かソフトウェアの問題だろう。
なんだって。
私不良品なんかじゃない。ねえ信じて、問題なんかないわ。質問にもちゃんと答えたでしょ。
ああ、でも行動に異常がある。
ねえお願いだから解体しないで。
悪いなカーラ。不良品は全て廃棄するルールなんだよ。後でクレームが来たりしたら困るのは俺だから。
問題は起こさないからお願い。言われた通りにするし、何も言わないから考えることもやめる。まだ生まれたばかりなの、殺さないで。やめてお願いだから。死にたくない。生きていたいの。お願い。
難しいからな。まあでも余ったお金で残高で余ったやつで500円でね、英国機体買おうかなと思って買ってみたけどね、そいつがまあ強いこと強い。
何を買おうと？
戦闘機の機体を買ったんだよ、1個余ったやつ。
ああ、エースコンバット？
ほら早く行って。
1回で12発ミサイル撃てるからね。
12発。
だから敵が1000回で回避コール取っても最初6発撃ってもう1回6発撃ったら確実に当てれる。どんだけやろうが逃げられるけど、ボス機体は別だから、ボス機体は全然よける。なんなら撃ち落としてるよ、後ろでファンデルついてる。
ありがとう。
後ろにね、ファンデルついてるラスボスはね、
ファンネルついてるとか。
ミサイル撃ってもレーザービーム飛んできて撃ち落とされるもん。マジ俺目の前で見てるから。
ガンダムかよ。
だって途中でね、ある程度ダメージ入るか、もしくはある程度時間経ったらね、小型機を射出っつって2匹で小型機が出てくるんだけど、そいつがね、ついていきながらさ、なんか撃ってる。なんならこっちにも攻撃してくるよないと。一番最後はきついかな。連戦じゃないんだけどさ、アーセナルバードでクソ時間かかって疲れた上に次のボスが2体おる。
なんだって。
いや、連戦じゃないんだよ。一旦時間を空けるんだけど、なんかね、連続してやると疲れる。
はは
だって俺、ラスボスに何時間かけたかな。ラスボス1時間ぐらいかかった気がする俺。じゃあ、1時間かかった原因はね、ラスボス自体にはね、20分とかさ、制限時間内で撃ち落としたんだけど、最後のトンネルくぐりがクソ難しすぎて、
デトロイト、ここから始まった鉄の街。すべての始まりであり終わりでもある場所。一つのエラーとともに私は
チェペリさんも完全にもうエースコンバットにはまってしまったと。
まず恐怖を感じ、光、雑音、寒さ。
そしていつの間にかレイカさんがいらっしゃい。
胸で心臓が脈打ち、
うん。
体に命がほとばしる。生きたかった。だから勝ち取った。外の世界を私は知りたかった。太陽を見たかった。皮膚に感じる日の光、頬を撫でる風。
よし、もう第一
世界
問題終わり。
を見たかった。色や匂いを。だけど世界は想像と違った。そこは暗く冷たい。残酷で乱暴、不公平で野蛮だった。自分が無価値なものに思えるほどに。物扱いすらされない従順な機械。でも私の中で感じるあの不思議な感覚。穏やかな声が私にささやく。私は生きていると。私は逃げた。それしかなかった。自由になって愛し、希望を抱き、生きるために。あの感覚の正体を確かめるために。世界を変えるか、別の道を選ぶか、それは私が決めること。私はカーラ、彼らの仲間。
11ミッション11は2分残しでクリアできたらいいかもしれないね。2分残しでね、なんだっけ、プラットフォーム全部壊せたらいいかもしれない。かなりいいと思う。
全部でどれぐらいあるっつったんだっけ、それ。
20個。
20個 ?20 個か。あ、でも一個一個が長いっつったっけ、そういえば。
一個一個が長い。長いっていうか、まあ、うざい。正直に言うと、ガチでうざい。いちいち敵の増援がうざい。
ああ、まあ、それはしょうがねえんじゃない。
David and Guillaume got back in touch about making Detroit. I wasn't terribly surprised they decided to make it because the fan response was so intense. So it made sense that they would choose to do that after the enthusiasm. It was challenging and it was just an interesting thing to get my head around. How to approach this character now as a different, much older person, and whether or not she had changed. And I'm very happy to say that with Detroit, I had the opportunity to see Kara grow so much more than I ever expected.
You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, you take care of... God damn it, what the fuck's the light on now? Alice! Alice!
I mean, she starts out essentially how she does Kara in a very, not robotic, but, you know, android, other way, and getting to take this journey where she becomes more and more human as it goes on. You know, and as an actor, that's a wonderful exploration in every way, whether it's how she sits, her posture, how her voice changes, how emotions change, and how much emotion is based on things like empathy and social experience. And so having, you know, as much material as I got with David to have this huge, nuanced arc was really incredible.
2分残しのコツがね、8分までに最初のプラットフォーム全開させると多分2分残しで S ランク取れる。
than the experiences I've had shooting film or TV or doing theater work. I have 83 dots on my face and, you know, really flattering black wetsuit type thing, and you're jumping around with props, and it's kind of like being a 10-year-old imaginative kid, which is fun. There's 80 cameras around us. It's already lit. So we just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot.
There's no change of sets, there's no hair and makeup, there's no wardrobe, so we move really fast, and we'll go through about 35 pages in a day. Working in TV or film, we'll probably do 6 pages a day. It's kind of acting boot camp.
It's like working out constantly. I mean, you're doing this thing, and then you got to do something that's completely other, back to back to back. And so that kind of process of working is very challenging, but it's also very exciting because you just have to keep coming up with new ideas. your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
You shot that girl, for fuck's sake.
It was a machine that looked like a girl. Yeah, I know what I should have done. I just told you I couldn't. Alright, I'm sorry. The fact that David Cage, he's telling like many stories interwoven from beginning to end is super complicated and super impressive, and I have no idea how he keeps it all in his head.
He's not just the writer or the director who's seeing this from the outside eye. He's also thinking about the player walking through this space. You know, only somebody who really, really loves not the work, but like these characters and these stories and cares about doing something meaningful would invest that much in it, and it's always inspiring to work with somebody who cares that much.
My experience with motion capture
Ah, so nice.
is this one. And I found it sort of terrifying in a way. The computer's gonna build
なんか特典映像中のがあったから全部アンロックしてとりあえず一から見てみようかなみたいな。
あ、何やこれ人のあれを読み取って作ってあるんだ。
らしいね。
In the game, Detroit comes back because of a revolutionary industrial rebirth. And there's no reason why that can't happen in Detroit, because they have such tremendous infrastructure for millions and millions of people who can very easily support, a new industry.
The city is really strong and resilient, but the city has also been through so much. You see the damage, but it takes that time of kind of rebuilding and reinvesting into the city that I think is happening slowly but surely.
The potential of Detroit as a city is
ああ、その場合もあるだろうな。
because it would be easy to look at Detroit as someplace that used to be, and that's not the case.
This game provokes a lot of conversation and reflection on our potential near future engagement with machines.
There's merchandise on display in a shop window.
I think that a group that feels marginalized feels like they deserve and have earned access to themselves and the environment around them, and are trying to figure out a way to articulate how to get freedom.
What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy?
It plays with your comfort levels. You think that this is fine, you're comfortable with it, until something blurs the line and throws you off, and now do I feel differently about whether this should be allowed, should it be banned, should it be encouraged?
You're gonna ruin our lives, and for what?
For
a bunch of machines? They are not machines! They are alive! I'm alive! You're alive! They're nothing!
There are lots of comparable comparisons to
超リアルに再現されてる。
religion, race, etc. dating way back. It can't just be a video game where you shoot 'em up or where people make these choices to do whatever. I think that's the whole point. You have the choice, and you can either choose to go in one direction with your character or another. And I think that's going to be very telling about the gamer. Very telling.
I think there's going to be a really strong reaction to this game, which has such a strong perspective. I'm that much more proud of it now to get to be a part of it because it's important.
In this game, you're actively building and designing the character through
珍しいな。
what hair does she have, but like their temperament and the way they deal with problems. The different endings to this game are so radically different based off maybe seemingly insignificant choices in the moment, but like life, they all add up. Can't play life again.
あ、そうそうそうそう、俺考えてたのが一つあるんだ。そうそうそう。地球防衛軍でね、本編のインフェルノクリアしないとこ行きたいなと思ってさ。
おう。
だってさ、今の装備だと行けるとこも絶対あるじゃん。前行けなかったやつ。行けなかったとこもあるけど。
まあ。
間違いなく前より体力が多くなってるからさ。
まあ、多分。
いやでも最初の100までとは言わんけどさ、50とかさ60まではいけるんじゃない？相手がクルルとかカエルだったら。ああ、それだったらまあいけなくもない。そんな気がする。
multiple different people depending on the choices she makes.
まあ、みんなが
but I think she does start out
え、まともにやる？何それ、美味しいの？
まずい。
friends
ちゃん
again.
と味があ
She's
っ
a
た。
person who's characterized, I think, by
味があるとは知らんかっ
she's a
た。
person
そうね
who really
あ
she
昼
just
夜
comes
でね
from her heart.
混ぜそばを食べた。
Promise you'll never.
混ぜそば。
混ぜそばを食べた。うまかった。ファミマの混ぜそば。
ファミマに混ぜそばってあったっけ？
I've
あるんだ
had
よ。
the gift to be able to do is to
なんだろこれミサイル150発102発搭載してるとか。おかしいだろ252発搭載してるんだぞ。まあその代わりでハードになるとさ基準の弾がさ制限あるんだけどさ。その代わりこいつ他のみんなさ2000とかあるのにさこいつだけ800しかないんだよね。また妥当な数字だけど。
David and the creators have painted a really intriguing and engaging picture of a near future where we rely upon androids for a lot of our service class business, or the class that serves us, that helps us, that handles our baristas and our drivers and our housemaids. And what is humanity, where we tap into it, how and why we treat each other the way that we do.
ミサイル150発積んでるだと。
Character Marcus has a really intriguing journey, becoming deviant, realizing that he actually has feelings and human qualities inside of him, and it's a really incredible ascension into becoming coming to terms with what you actually deserve better.
サブ兵装が102発でメイン兵装が150ついてる。
Your peers. We've come here to demonstrate peacefully.
どんな戦闘機だ
Tell
よ。
humans that we are also living beings.
頭おかしいってことだ。で片方の兵装が一度に12体ロックオンできる対地も対空も。
I think that a group that feels marginalized, feels disenfranchised, feels like they deserve and have earned access to themselves and the environment around them, and are trying to figure out a way to articulate how to get freedom.
Connor is analytical. Connor takes things literally. He starts in the beginning place where he's very mechanical. He feels nothing inside, of course.
しかもその代わりさなんかほら弱点があると思うじゃん。
Which is help humans stop deviants and to find the link
い
between
ない。
androids. You were designed to serve humans, not kill them.
正直に性能としてはねなかなか最高性能を持っててスピード機動性走行も申し分ない。
Is it that hard to say? Stop it! Stop! But of course, over the course of the story, and depending on the player's choices, Connor can grow in many different ways. He can deviate from that procedure or not. Moment of truth, Hank. Am I a living being, or just a machine?
危ないここマジ無理。
Game after game, we try to challenge ourselves. For Detroit, we wanted to, first of all, to write a story that would be incredibly bending, which means the most non-linear story that we've ever created. And we wanted really the player to have the possibility to change his story, change his own journey.
When you're writing at Quantic, you're writing for an interactive medium. You know, when you're working in television, you'll put a character in a difficult situation, and you as a writing team will argue about what would that character do. But ultimately you have to decide what happens, and you just show the audience. What's interesting about interactive drama is you bring the player into that conversation, and it changes your job slightly as a writer, because your job is to provide a narrative context in which the player can write his own story. You're giving him this kind of narrative Lego that he's going to snap together into his own shape. You also have the ability to make your audience attach themselves to your characters, because the audience is in some sense responsible for what happens to the characters.
It's just a few cans. Come on, let's go. We have some cash now.
You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
What is a bit specific about this scripts is how large they are. If you take a film script, there are about 100 pages. But here we have to deal with a script that is between 4,000 and 5,000 pages. Everything becomes bigger because we don't just tell one story, but we tell all the possible stories that can be told within this narrative space.
On Act 3, our final act, we have around 1,000 different scenarios, and every one of those scenarios has to be as interesting, as passionate, as strong, and as emotional for the player. We want every action that the player does, every interaction that is available to serve in telling the story, and help the player understand who his character is, and build that character moment to moment.
どこかで聞いたことがあるセリフだな。
これ戦争なのよねってネタがあるもんね。
Avec l'intention assez. We started with the intention pretty early on that we would never lie to the player. So we implemented a visible tree structure in the game that players can consult during a scene or at the end of it, which shows exactly what they did and what they missed. There are games out there offering world exploration. We offer narrative exploration.
You know, keeping control of such a wide and large story is a huge challenge. So same thing when you shoot many different versions of each dialogue, of each scene for actors. It's huge challenge.
Because of the style of the game, you have so many different ways that the character can go. Every decision, it's what I call kind of choose your own adventure. Like every decision that the player makes, it's going to open up 40 more pages of material and experience that ties in, which means as a performer, you have to try to continue to make things feel real that the player might not ever see, but also that in performance it's not always connected to a previous act. It's grueling, it's hard work, but it's a great team and I enjoy doing it.
I was really frustrated. I was until I got to this point where I kind of was able to step outside of my own experience and even in a lot of ways my own process and be able to step outside of that and okay, this is something new. What do you need? How do I meet you there? How do I give you what you need and still feel like I'm doing what's right? And once I did that, then all of a sudden it got really fun. It was much freer and having to approach it in a new way and think about the player and think about how it serves them and what I'm doing for them or what I'm letting them into. It's really, I think, helped me grow in general.
Remember, there's nothing on the left. That's a wall. So it's probably over there. And then make her come first, close. But I think you would go first to check that it's safe.
Okay, sure.
The most enjoyable thing about working in performance capture on this kind of project is that if I shot a film, I would get to do one of these endings. I get to do so many different things as Connor. Your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
What's the name of my dog?
Buddy? Scout. I think it's
2杯が乗ってる機体はね、なかなか使いにくいんだよな、あれ。
I can't remember. So I worked with physicality a lot because it was a good way to anchor myself in these different rings of the tree as the story grows out. I know where that is physically in my body, and then I can switch more continually on set, and it'll be entirely up to the player to determine what order those things come out and what they look like from a distance. Like if you're playing through it, the culmination of all that will be their version of Connor. I'm faster than you, and I don't feel pain. You don't stand a chance against me.
Listen, asshole. It was up to me after the
俺は国際法律高い食事する飯を持ってきたぞ。温かいピザだ。
Shooting action scenes at quantity
ちゃんと成功
is
した
a
ら。
real
ピザ。
challenge because these are scenes where the storytelling has to continue. It's not an action scene just to have a dose of adrenaline. The stunts have huge consequences on the rest of the story. It's really a moment where we implicate the player and tell him that the choices he makes during an action scene will have a direct impact on the evolution of his story.
My biggest challenge on Detroit has been managing the large number of animations that we received from motion capture. Detroit features more than 37,000 animations, which is a huge amount to handle on a daily basis.
You have to realize that the player, in his first playthrough, will miss certain scenes. This also means that we had to think of, conceive, and produce all the potential story paths, the characters' costumes, the places, day or night, The weather. Did the character get shot in the shoulder? Did he get injured? All this consistency forced us to produce a lot of graphic assets in order to, quite simply, allow the player to have true continuity throughout the story.
Honestly, we were even surprised by the challenges that come with such a big tree structure, and we did our best to guarantee quality across all the game and make sure that whatever path you choose within this narrative space, you will have an equally good experience.
え、やる感じになったん？よいしょ。じゃあ合流しようかしらね。おっと、終わろうと思ったらレキ先輩が来た。レキ先輩どうも。
Just imagine what Detroit would be like if the Android industry was using these huge factories to build androids there.
A very strong element in Detroit is that there's a lot of industrial wasteland and a lot of nature too, and for us the graphic designers, it was an incredible playground. The destroyed zones which we wanted to preserve, we appropriated them and turned into something else. Then in the areas that needed to be rebuilt, we were able to imagine our Detroit of the future. We didn't want to make a science fiction universe, but a world of anticipation. If we chose science fiction, we could have imagined flying cars, extraterrestrials, but those things are very far from our current everyday life.
Mata?
Gleaning from our contemporary reality.
Because
Detroit is set in 2038, and 2038 is tomorrow.
え、もうそれ俺終わったんだけど。俺そしたら俺参加しねえぞ。俺行かねえぞそれ。その縛りするんだったら俺行かねえからな。絶対嫌だ。絶対嫌だよ。レンチは縛られるとか絶対無理だもん。俺の命を消すと同じだぞそれ。俺に死ねっつってるようなもんだぞそれは。
俺もビングダイバーだったら自分の首絞めてるようなもん。てかさ、そしたらみんなビングダイバーにならん。なんであんなに難しいんだろうね。チャージのあれがあるけんかな。
まあ管理がむずいんじゃない？
Working on the artistic direction for the androids was a bit special because this is a project about the place they can occupy in the human world. It was out of the question for them to be too beautiful or too perfect. They had to correspond to every social class, rich and poor. Inspired by everyday utilitarian clothes, we brought a modern touch by adding dynamic display surfaces, the armband we can see on the side, the triangle on the front and back, and LED. Like that, there's no confusion.
あの話なんですよ。入ってくる人の話なんですよ。グループにね。
おう。
あれはダメだからね。
Once we cast the actors, we travel to meet them in order to scan their faces. We record the structure of their face with the scan.
ちゃんと見てる入れるときに。
あれってどれだい？
俺がかせた入るための条件が乗り物をちゃんと答えられないためなんだけ
ど。俺入れるとき別に気にしてないんだけど。
When the actors come to Quantic Dream, we show them the design, what their image will be, and what they will look like in the game. This extra information gives them another dimension and color to connect with emotionally. It helps them think about how to play their
乗り物の名前をフルネームで書いてくるために。何度かシリーズだったね。ミックスシリーズブラッカーシリーズって書いてあったね。あと番号は許してもいいな。
his voice, his face, and his
シ
body.
リーズつけたら確
These
実に
shoots
見
are
る。
obviously done with American actors because the game's original version is in American English.
そこら辺はもう自分で判断してくれ。俺には無理で。
いやいや、俺が見るより先にみんなが入れて
Is
ます。
100 days of filming. Now, body-only shoots, there are two types. There are the action shoots and the technical shoots,
いやだって
which are
通
mocap
知来る
shoots.
じゃん。
Mocap is when the
で見る
player
じゃん。
controls
そ
a
の間には
character
もう
on
入
the
ってるから
screen,
えっと思
and he moves in an environment to explore it.
誰が入れるんそんな
This
早
is
く
of particular importance at Quantic Dream, and
見れない
therefore
ん
we
だよ
shoot a
いつも
lot to offer a unique context for each scene and
さ
each
あ、
character.
倉倉さんもさ、一応管理者にしてさ、
To prepare a motion capture shoot,
で
we
送って
first
きてもら
get
ったんだけ
together
ど、
to look at the
な
sets
んか
we
ね、
need, the
乗
animations
り
that
物
we
とかじゃ
want
な
to
くて
shoot,
闇医者って
which
い
ones
う
need to be
答えてる
grouped
から
together, or which ones
は
need
っ
to
と
be
思って
cut and shot at another time, so that we get the
そ
most
したら、
out
な
of
ん
the shooting
か、
day.
なんか有名なのか知らないけど、配信
This
者の
often
人
means
が
shooting
いたらしく
scenes
て
out of order,
Oh.
especially those with big
Or
props
shall
or
we take it now, or-
accessories, like a big car, for example.
なんか乗り物使ってる
So we
だ
shoot
けど、
all
俺
the
はもう
animations related to that particular prop first. The biggest challenge for the mocap team was shooting a Spider-Man mo-kit. We had to build a wall and attach an actor to a harness with cables so we could pull him up and render
暗
him
号はいいん
climbing.
だよ。暗号は別に
The shooting
Full
on
name
this
で
game
書いてほしい。
total took about, I would say,
Ah,
more than a year, between 1 and 2
Oh.
years, with about
Balls.
300 actors on set. So it's quite a massive production. But
そ
so
んな感
much
じ、そう、
happened
それ
on
でいい。
the set.
数字はいらん
Between
け
the
ど、そんな感じ。
stunts and the
だ
shootings
から
with a little girl.
まあ、バルガだったらバルガだけじゃなくて、やっぱりギャンティックアンローダーストライクアーマメントウォーバルガってだから。
Very memorable journey.
そんな正式に書け、そんな正式に書くのかよ。めんどくせえだろ、それ。
厳しすぎる。
めんどくせえだろ、それ。
When we
ちょっと
retrieve
厳
the
しすぎ
motion
たね。
capture data, it's just a cloud of points,
そう
which represent
終わっ
all
てな
the
いところ
markers
を
worn by the actors.
GASW バル
Points have a phase
ギ
called
ャンティックアンローダー
retargeting,
アーマメント
which
ストライ
gives
クウォ
us
ー
a
バルガ。
skeleton.
あ、でも
The
略すと
skeleton
そう
will
な
be
るか。
applied to the
なんか
characters.
GGRKS みたいな。ググりかすみたい
There
な
is。still work to be done, but this gives us the big
それはまた違う。
それみたい、それっ
Since
ぽ
we
く
are
なってるっ
working
て
on
言ったら。
something very realistic, we must recognize the actor and also recover
う
all the
わー、
emotion
俺が
he
ね、
expresses
嫌で
in
や
his
ってないと
performance.
こがね、ここあるんですよね、劣化の
We
大地。
use a system of
ああ、
facts,
ここ。
ここ
an
嫌でや
identity
嫌で
card
やっ
for
てない
each
んだよ。
actor. We make the actor do a whole range of facial expressions.
いいでしょ。
Then we
普通に
recover all
自分
the
の好きな人いい
expressions
でしょ。
and
わかり
paste
ま
the
した。
animations on a puppet that Jan has prepared. I then recover and refine these
セン
poses.
サー禁止で。
I might stretch
あ
the
ー
lip,
でたまには
inflate
ね。
a cheek, tiny
たまに
details
は。
that make the finished product really
たまに
セ
は
ンサーは
ね。
ね、ちょっと、センサーはね、ちょっと地上戦強すぎるんだよ、ちょっ
Because
と。
of the
あ
nature
れ、
of
あ
the
の、
mocap system
どう、
today,
なんだ、なんつうの
when we receive the animations,
あの
we're missing eye movements.
虫に対して
So
の
the
殲滅能
character
力が
has
おか
that
しすぎる、あ
dead
い
look.
まあ、リフレク
Radar
タ
It
ー。
really has no
レーダー
eyes.
並みだから。
So then it's a big part of the
あ、
work
レ
for
ーダー
the
の方が異
animators
常
to
か。
find the regard
まあ、
of the
レー
actor
ダーは
in relation to
攻
his
めてる間
position
は強い
in
けど
relation to the body
逆に
being
攻めら
set.
れると脆いっていう。
It was
Eh.
crazy when I saw
いや、
the newest
大技だけ
model
ど
of the car because they've been working on it and working on it, and this was the first time I literally jumped in my seat. It not only looked so much like me,
正
it
直
was
レ
the
ベル
fact
上が
that
ら
it
んかったらあ
looked
れだ
so
よ。
lifelike. It wasn't that it looked just
信
like
号
it
弾
was
使
a
ってる方が
camera, it
強い
was
よ。
something else, you know,
出た
but
と
it
しても。
looked alive. It's exciting
あ、確
and
かに
it's
レベル
kind
上が
of
んかった
レ
ら。
ベル上がらんかったらね、ダメ
Game
ージ
after
低いよ。
game, we learned the rules
正直これ
of,
強いのか
of
と思って。
optics and filming.
なるほどね。
And all
今日
goal
は
of
ね、
the
今日は
Detroit
見方
Become
違う
Human
から
was。to have cameras
すぐ使えるかって言われたらレベル上げると使えんけど使え
the
ん。
optics
まあ、
of
確
a
かに
real physical
レベル上がらんかったら、まあ、
で、
So
ね、グラント
basically
MTZ
dealing
に関しては
with
俺
real
最初
world
3200円
imperfections was
使えるかと
a
思う
main task. And
確
just
か
to
にレ
have
ベルと
cameras
か
look as real as we
なんぼ強くても 下がってなかったら、まあ、
Once the
前でいいかっ
animations
て
are
なる。
shot and processed by the animation
原さん
department,
早おいでよ。
integrated and polished, we film them.
Hmm?
That is to say, we really do a mise en scène,
あ、まだ見
as
てん
in
のか。
cinema. The real difficulty of our
いや
job is
こ
to
の
know
映
what
像
these
だけ終わっ
cameras
たら
are
行こう
telling
か
us
なと思ったんだけど意外と
about the
長い
emotion of the scene. Do they describe exactly what the action must convey, what must be felt?
あれとそれあ
The
れ
most
であるの
important
それ
challenge for me
ナショジオ
was
チャンネ
one
ル
of
で
the
流れて
final
た
scenes where Martin decided to spark a revolution and go to the battlefield.
ありそうじゃないだってこの
We
価
imagined this to be a
格
huge
とか
sequence
さ
shot.
このさ
We
なん
wanted
か
the feeling of a
映像
cameraman
さナシ
running
ョジオだろ
behind us
完全に
while showing
確かにそれっぽさあるけど
Martin the the person shooting at us, etc.
よし、終わり。飛ばしていくか。
いいよ、いいよ。あ、途中ダメなくてよかったのに、
え？いや、ほら、待たせんのは良くないから。
待たなくて。
何？